It's been about a year since the rest of the world got the new Honda HR-V, also called the Vezel. But back here stateside, we haven't heard anything about this next generation HR-V, which is custom made for the American market. That's until now. Over at the Honda newsroom, we have the 2023 Honda HR-V teaser. I haven't read the press release yet. I'm getting this just at the same time as you guys are. Honda kicks off the year of the crossover. Isn't every year the year of the crossover? Who deemed it the year of the crossover? Anyways, with a sneak peek at the all-new sporty and versatile 23 HR-V, the all-new HR-V will launch in North America this year. That's all we know. So let's get into the photos. They have a drawing of the front end and a drawing of the back end. Throwing it into Photoshop here, it gives us a better idea of what's going on. Now, it definitely looks modern. Now, I wish we had real pictures. These are definitely sketches. And, this is a prototype. Before I get into comparing the new and the old HR-V, for example, I want to point out that they're showing snowboards and it driving through the snow. So all-wheel drive, again, is going to be an available option here on the HR-V. And to me, with snowboards on it, as well as the teaser coming out, maybe they are planning to reveal the new HR-V. I almost called it the Vezel. It is the Vezel, but no longer the Vezel because of it. Anyway, maybe they're planning to reveal the new HR-V at the Winter Olympics. Would that be a good time? Is Honda a sponsor of it? I don't know. But snowboards, wintertime, all-wheel drive, and the Olympics, the Winter Olympics are right around the corner. I think that would make sense if they wanted to do it then. And since it's tailor-made for America, it won't be sharing the platforms of the past with smaller vehicles like the Fit, the Jazz, the City. It should be on the same platform as the new Integra. Yes, I love bringing that up. Gets you guys fired up. As well as the new Honda Civic, which a light bulb moment just happened. If the HR-V is on the same platform as the new Civic, why can't the Integra have super handling all-wheel drive? Anyways, some food for thought. Some food for thought there. Maybe a Type S is coming with all-wheel drive. Anyways, this is about the HR-V, not the Integra. And comparing the front to the front, I mean, it looks vastly different. It doesn't look like the same vehicle at all. That's not a bad thing because the current HR-V, I think the side design is decent, but the front end always looked a little frumpy to me. And the wheel arches maybe are a little bit more off-roady focused, maybe kind of taking a bite out of that Subaru crowd with, the snowboarder scene and stuff. Maybe that's where they're going. I do like the grille. I'm not going to lie. I think it's a big step up from this overly busy grille on the outgoing HR-V. Headlights look to be sharper and minimalized with a triple beam setup here. And this piece in the front, to me, that looks awfully similar to the outgoing Acura RDX's front end. Now it just got a refresh where it looks a little bit different, but this little plastic piece with a lobster claw does look pretty similar to the outgoing RDX. And it makes me wonder, well, is Acura just going to make their version of this like the Integra and the Civic? Is this going to be also the new ADX? I think that's a really strong likelihood at this point. Now, when we're looking at the back, I mean, the dimensions look pretty darn similar. This new HR-V could be even bigger, though. Like I said, tailor-made for our market. The internal space of the HR-V was actually really good, even though it's really compact on the outside. That's kind of like the Honda magic. Their packaging on the inside is always really, really good. Honda badge looks like it's growing. The rear taillights look really, really snazzy. Kind of like the Corolla Cross, which is going to be one of the main competitors to this, right? The Corolla Cross with around 169 horsepower or so. That has the CVT transmission as well, which this has a CVT, no surprise. But there's also another kid on the block stealing a lot of sales, and that is the Kia Seltos. And it has a 2-liter engine, 146 horsepower, but also has a turbo engine with 175 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque. Of course, I'm going to pull up this spreadsheet for you guys because I expect the HR-V to share in the powertrains of the Civic. Again, it is going to be a North American product specifically for our market, and what better way to essentially just make a crossover version of the Civic, which I believe the HR-V should be this time around. So the current HR-V has an underpowered and buzzy 1.8 liter with 141 horsepower, 127 pound-feet of torque. I say they scrap that, go with the 2-liter seen in the Civic Sport, for example, 158 horsepower, 138 pound-feet of torque. It will not be available in a manual transmission. This is obviously Civic and HR-V powertrains. Now, the HR-V will also have all-wheel drive as an option. 30 miles per gallon should still be easily attainable, even with the more horsepower and bigger engine. But wouldn't it be nice if they give it like an SI version, maybe not an SI, but they give it like a sporty version of it with the turbo 1.5 liter 180 horsepower, I think that would be nice. I don't know if it's going to happen. And what about a hybrid? Well, the rest of the world gets this eHEV unseen on the new Vezel, and that has 129 horsepower. But we also see the Honda Insight hybrid here, and that has 151 horsepower. So if they hybridize it and give us a hybrid option, it's going to be anywhere from about 130 horsepower to 150 horsepower. All-wheel drive standard would be my guess. It won't get quite the same fuel economy as the Insight, maybe mid to low 40s, but still that's pretty darn good. And if we look at sales of the HRV, this is going to blow your guys' mind. It's been on the market here for, well, let's just look back. It's been on the market since 2015. And ever since then, the sales have been around 80,000 units, 90,000 back to 85, almost cracking 100 in 2019. Then the pandemic hit. And then in 2021, look what happened to the HRV sales. There must have been no shortage in the chips for this vehicle. It always blew my mind looking at the monthly and quarterly sales of the HRV. It was just crushing the previous year. And look at the sales, guys, 137,000 units in 2021. And that's on an old, aging, outdated platform and vehicle. Now with the new Vezel coming out, HRV coming out this year, it's going to be better in every way. It's going to look better, be more capable, have more power, be more, well, maybe not be more efficient unless they give it a hybrid. I mean, I'm really excited to see where the HRV goes from here. The small compact, or should I say subcompact crossover market is just really, really hot right now. Like I said, the Corolla Cross just entered it. The Kia Seltos is kicking butt. And there are tons and tons and tons of other entries in there, like the Nissan Kicks and many, many more. So are you guys excited with these new teaser shots of the HRV? I mean, it's better than nothing. It's confirmation that the new HRV is coming this year. It's live, it's well. They have the design completely worked out at this point, it seems like. I'm really interested to see the powertrains that are going to put into it. Hopefully the 2 liter, they get rid of the 1.8 liter. Hybrid would be nice. A turbo would be nice. No, they're not going to put a manual in it. That's what the Civic is for. But I think that it could also be giving us a glimpse of a potential Acura ADX. I don't think the ADX is going to be for the electrified workings with General Motors and Cadillac Lyriq, for example. I think the ADX is very likely to be an Acura version of what we see here, maybe a little bit more horsepower. But anyways, guys, I'm going to end it there. If you made it this far in the video, smash the like button, really helps me out. Subscribe for more Honda, Acura updates along the way. Side note, I will not be test driving the Acura MDX Type S this month. That has been postponed, so I'll keep you guys up to date with that. I cannot wait to drive that vehicle. MDX is, the new MDX is just so good, and the Type S is going to be Excelente. But anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Gotta cut myself off. Peace out.